Good morning. Today we're going to talk about home safety. Yesterday we did some real neat crafts and read a book. Hope you're going to enjoy that, or you've already enjoyed that. So we're going to talk a little bit about home safety. So what is the leading cause of death for children in Manitoba? Injuries are a significant cause of death, hospitalizations and emergency department visits. The leading cause of injuries resulting in death of children under 5 years of age are choking, burns, and drowning. Falls account for more than half of all the injuries, hospitalizations in kids of this age. Children fall most often from furniture, downstairs, through windows, and we all know how easy this can be. And that's why it's good to make our home safe. Burns can be caused by hot liquids. Tap water is a really big one for this, that you have your water set very hot, which lots of us do. And small children, the skin is very delicate, and so can easily burn or be scalded. And then there are poisonings. These are often caused by household products and medications, things like laundry detergent, dishwasher pods, alcohol, cleaning supplies, and of course, pesticides and our own medications or over-the-counter medications. Did you know that up to 90% of injuries in children can be prevented? As we all know, we see with our own kids, from birth, your babies are growing all the time and developing. And with each new ability comes new risks. So it's important to keep your child safe in the home. Crawling and learning to walk, running, climbing, all these things put our child at greater risk of being injured. Supervising your child and using recommended safety devices such as smoke alarms, stir gates, and window locks improve home safety and reduce injuries. And there's lots of things available today. We all see them in the stores, so things that you can put onto your doorknobs to prevent your child from getting into a different room or going outside. A cheap version of this would be, this is just kind of a knitted scarf, and you can wrap that around the doorknob and tie it with some string, very inexpensive. There's all kinds of things that you can use. These are for your window cords. If you have blinds, you can put the cords into there to prevent from strangulation and things like that with small children. There's also different latches that you could put onto your fridge, your microwave, freezers, things like that. And of course, these are great to put into your electrical outlets because kids are good for pushing things in there, and electrocution is preventable that way. And then we have things to go on your kitchen cabinets so that the cabinets stay locked. And actually, if you join us here at the centre, right now we have some of these in the clothing cafe that you can take away for free. So what are some examples that make kids may harm themselves? So examples are, you know that all the children, they like bright colours, so that's something that would attract them. Any type of movement, water is a great attraction for toddlers. So is fire, pets, anything to climb up, ladders, shelving, electrical outlets and cords, putting things in the mouth. They're all attractive to toddlers. So how can we make our home safer. So we'll look first at the kitchen. Chairs and step stools, we keep them away from the countertops, sinks, microwaves, and the stove for sure, because we know that our toddlers will climb up onto them, turn on the stove, try get into the microwave. Make sure that all knives and scissors and anything sharp are out of the reach of the children, inside drawers, and we know that there's safety locks we can get to put on our drawers. Stoves and burners, when used for cooking hot food and drinks, keep away from the edge of the tables and the counters. Appliance cords are a great one for just pulling on those and then things come crashing to the ground. All plastic bags are easy to put inside over your heads or in your mouth, so they're all a choking hazard. So keep them out of reach of children. Household cleaners, make sure they're in a cupboard that the children can't get into, and make sure you have a fire extinguisher is always a good idea in your kitchen. Burns and scalds. Most of the common causes of burns, as we said earlier, are from bath water, tap water, but also from coffee cups, cooking fluids, that kind of thing. So try and keep the stove a safe place, that you don't get the children to be in the kitchen is a good idea when you're cooking, if it's possible. Chemical burns can also be a problem if your child swallows bleach, spills bleach onto the skin. So it's a good idea to keep all these things in a locked cupboard. Electrical burns, sometimes the toddler will bite on electrical cords, outlets, sticking the fingers into the outlets. Just always to remember that babies have very thin and sensitive skin that burn very easily, easier than adults. So how can we prevent burns? Keep hot drinks and hot foods away from baby. Try and keep your hot water temperature at 49 degrees Celsius. And always check the bath temperature before you put baby in. It's good to run hot and cold at the same time. Keep appliance cords away from the edge of the counters, and install smoke detectors throughout the home, and remember to test them monthly. Make sure that your electrical outlets are fully covered. Do not allow smoking within your home. Keep things like matches and lighters away from children. All cleaning supplies locked in cupboards. Make sure that batteries and other dangerous items are kept in a safe spot away from children. And keep children out of the sun, using sunscreen for children over 6 months, so to protect them from the sun, because as we said, the skin is very delicate. Falls are most common injuries in babies and children. Falls can cause broken bones, serious head injuries. It's easy, babies easily fall from stairs, from beds, sofas, and even through open windows. So to prevent falls, use of safety gates. Always make sure that kids are strapped in when they're in a high chair or a stroller, shopping carts. Never leave babies unattended on couches. If you have to walk away from baby for a little bit, make sure that baby is on the floor. Secure all your things throughout the home, like TVs and furnitures. So once these toddlers get more active and they're pulling on things, they can't pull a piece of furniture like a TV or on top of them. Keep the furniture away from windows. so they can't use the furniture to climb into windows and fall through open windows. And screens are good to protect children from falling through windows. Choking is another hazard. Coins are the biggest number of children from choking. Pennies, anything like that they can put in the mouth. They can choke on food also, so never leave a toddler unsupervised whilst eating. How can you prevent choking? Always stay, like I said, with your child whilst they are eating. Cut things up into decent sized pieces. Grapes need to be cut in half or quarters. Candies to make sure they're age appropriate, that they're not going to swallow the candy whole. Keep coins, batteries, things like that away from babies. If you have an older child, keep toys with small parts away from younger children. And it's good if parents should learn to do CPR and first aid. And maybe that's something we should be thinking about, bringing somebody to teach us that kind of thing. And with poisoning, most childhood poisoning occur in children younger than 6 in the home, and there can be small amounts of corrosive liquids like bleaches and so on. So to prevent these kind of poisonings, keep all your medicines, prescription or otherwise, in a locked or a high cupboard where children can't gain access to them. Even vitamins, all your cleaning supplies. Also, we know that we can get things to lock the cupboards, so keep everything locked away from children to keep them safe. Hope that was informative to you. Like I said, we hope that you enjoy the craft. And if you remember our friend, Old MacDonald had a farm, we're all saying goodbye today and enjoy. No, I can't find the button, of course.